Alright, so I officially have bought this 1991 Jeep XJ. I got a pretty good deal on it. It's a two-door, again 91. It's got the 4.0. It's an automatic. Stick would have been great, but those are just basically by default a little more expensive, a little hard to come by. I saw one or two, but they just needed a ton of work. So I ended up going with this one, which again, it's an automatic, but it actually only has 150,000 miles on it, or 154, I guess, to be more precise. But thing starts up great, runs great, shifts great. So I think it should be a runner for a long time to come, as long as the trans doesn't go out on me, which, based on what I've read, I think the transmission that they have in these things is pretty good. So I'm hoping that should be good. But in any event, the main reason I got a good deal on it is actually because the transfer case on this thing is just not good. I don't know, something happened inside and the chain is all slopping around in there. So that needs to be fixed. I'm actually working on that right now. And yeah. Okay, so underneath the Jeep here, took out the old transfer case, which is in some bubble wrap over there, and now I got the new one. I still got to put fluids in it, but I'm gonna wait till it's in it because it shouldn't be too hard to do. I'll just put some ATF in a bag or something and squeeze it in, or if I have to go to the auto parts store and do that, I can do it. But basically you just fill it from the back here at this plug location. The drain one I think is here, which is lower, and then this is the one that you want to fill it just up to the bottom of that before it starts leaking out. But I figured I'd wait till it's actually in it, that way I didn't spill it all over the place getting this over here and on the jack. So yeah, so I'm gonna do that. I gotta throw this thing in. I had to remove the cross member and everything to get this thing out. Honestly, to reach the nuts on this is a huge pain. You need a shorty wrench to get to these, and then you have to get something to actually push against it or pull it, depending on which way you're going, just to get them off. Luckily, they're not torqued that much to spec. Not sure what the actual torque spec is, but I think that it was factory, so that they're really not too bad. It's more just awkward than anything else. And then to get this one, you have to take the cross member out. There's basically zero way, unless you get like a right angle wrench that can sneak in. You might be able to do it, but then you're not gonna be able to get any leverage on it. This one I was able to get out without taking the cross member out, but frankly, I probably would have saved myself a little time and frustration if I just started off taking the cross member off, and then probably would have been able to reach things better and not have to go around it all the time and whatnot. So I would recommend just taking the cross member out, and then to reattach it, you just have to jack up on the transmission or this really once it's bolted up. Yeah, so it shouldn't be too bad, but now I just got to throw it all back together. I should also say this is a used transfer case. It's an MP231, same as the other one, obviously. It's out of a 92. This Jeep is a 91. I believe just before 91 they were slightly different. They had a different input, maybe, and output spline count. So took a slight gamble thinking I had the right one, and it sure enough seems that I do. Fingers crossed, since I haven't actually gotten the thing together yet. Don't know if it works, but I did test engaging the four-wheel drive here. I'm not going to do it right now, but and it does. Everything seems good. There's a little bit of movement in the chain, a little bit of slop, but I think that's normal. So whatever. A working transfer case, even if it's got miles on it, is better than one that doesn't. So yeah, time to put it back together. All right. So one difference I immediately noticed was that the old transfer case has a matching 2-pin connector here and a non-matching 2-pin on the old one, 3-pin on this 92. So the factory, wiring harness here is not going to plug in because it's 2-pin. This is 3. Apparently this has a dedicated ground, which I guess with the old unit it doesn't need. It must just get ground through the transfer case itself. So I'm going to try to see if I can stick the old one. This is for the speedometer, by the way. I'm going to see if I can stick the old one in here and obviously hopefully retain a speedometer. Alright, so here's the 2. This is the one off of the replacement 92, and this is the one off of mine. And they appear to be basically identical. So the gear should mesh. I'm thinking I'm okay. Yeah. Part of me is tempted to keep the gear from the, that actually belongs to this one, the 92, in with this. But from what I can tell, it's the exact same depth. And it should be, because the case is the same. So I think I'm just going to keep this as its own unit, and I'll keep this one on hand. I'm thinking that should work fine. And at the end of the day, it's just the speedometer, reading, so not a huge deal. As long as this plastic gear doesn't get chewed up and make a mess, then I think it should be fine. Okay, so I got that swapped out. Hopefully that works now. Hopefully it grounds through the body of the transfer case like that one's supposed to. And I also lied. I'm definitely going to put transmission fluid in it now because it's just going to be way harder when it's under there. And if I have to top it off with a bag and squeeze it in, then I can do that. But I want to get, most of it in there. I think it takes like 1.5 quarts. I'll double check, but ready to go. Four-wheel drive has liberated my car from this horrendously bad snowbank that doesn't look as deep on camera, but